Hey guys, RJ here, and this is Promotion Power number 19. I'm in a very good mood. I'm recording this on a Friday. I broke up from college for the weekend, which is brilliant because it gives me a massive break where I can do whatever I want, go to some games, play some FIFA, do whatever I want. So yes, this will be a very excitable commentary, and there is two reasons for that actually. Not only because I broke up, but also secondly because we are in the transfer window, as you saw by that email there. If you watched that episode, then you'll realise it ended on the 29th of December after we had played Barnsley, I believe. So with that in mind, we skipped a day or two and we are in the transfer window. You'll see that we get some news saying that we're in the transfer window. We get some other news off McGugan saying he wants to stay. But that is irrelevant because I list him up for transfer anyway because his wages are so expensive. He's on 10k. You might have had a little glimpse of that there. And those wages I could use on so many more people. So if I was able to sell him, he'd be worth quite a lot more than his price because obviously his wages had come along as a little bit of a bonus too. But that is a long way away, so all we could concentrate on at the moment is listing people up and hopeful that we receive offers. I was really hopeful we can see offers for the majority of people. I did list up a lot of people, maybe people I didn't necessarily even want to get rid of. I did list Derbyshire up there as well. Didn't particularly want to get rid of him, but nevertheless, I just thought I'd list people and see what offers I get and what people I can bring in as well as what people I can get out, because I need to sell people to buy people in because I haven't actually got that much transfer funds at the moment. But by sending people, obviously, I'll have a lot more and will be able to sort the team out and hopefully bring some more players in and bring some depth in, which I've been going on about for weeks and weeks and weeks. So hopefully the team will get a lot better. But at the moment, we can't really complain about how the team's playing. They've played really well. They've been in some brilliant form. Finley especially has been in absolutely stunning form. I was really hoping we can carry on against this game against Leicester. We did play them previously in the season where I'm pretty sure they dominated us. So at that point, I was like, no, they are going to beat us. But at this point, I felt quite confident. Like I said, I was in a very good mood when I was playing this, guys. So in general, I was thinking, yes, come on, we can do this. So in the 5th minute, I think we join the action here. We are straight in that half. You'll see here that we pass it to Finley, the man in form, works himself a bit of space and slots that in. He's actually brilliant. If you get him a yard or two, he seems to just be able to, bam, into the back of the net. He can finish from around 18 yards brilliantly. He's also can come across as a bit of a poacher, but I think that's mainly his goal boundary of where he can score from and where he plays best at and where he gains most of his goals from. But we wasn't happy there with a 1-0 lead. We wasn't content at all. You see we put a ball in here. He comes to Taylor. Taylor passes it out to Lansbury. Lansbury to Guardiola. Guardiola smacks that. And yet again, we scored. The keeper seemed to be very weak on this side. Again, he did get a hand to that, but wasn't able to push it out, unfortunately for them, but very fortunately for us, because they give us a 2-0 lead, as you see there, which we carry on into half-time. Again, a very good result based on the fact that not only do we want to get one over on Leicester because it was a derby team, but also to climb the table to the illustrious 10th place position, which is the place we're kind of looking to end up at this current time in this season. You'll see that we did dominate quite a lot of possession. We had 5 shots with 4 on target, and we had 51% possession going into half-time. I was hoping we could build on this, and straight after half-time here, in the 54th minute, you see that we have a lovely bit of passing move there. Finley, Quintero, back to Quintero, puts him in here, and Quintero finished that really nicely. He's coming on absolutely brilliantly. I'm really hoping he can just develop his finishing a bit more. He's a very good finisher, but he kind of sometimes comes across like a centre attacking mid more than a striker sometimes, so we're hopefully going to work on that. But at the moment, guys, he grabs us that goals, and when he's doing so, we can't complain in the slightest. So he grabs us that one. We put one over to Taylor here, and at the time I wasn't even sure how that had managed to go in, but I wasn't complaining in the slightest. As you see there, 4-0 to Nottingham Forest over Leicester City. A absolute brilliant result. Like I said, Derby points, it was just an absolute brilliant result, and it was absolutely brilliant. If you had missed previous games against Leicester and other teams, please do check out the playlist on my channel. It's got all the videos in there. Also, if you're new to the channel, please do check out my other content. I've got lots of other content on the channel: Ultimate Team, advice, guidance, obviously career. So if you do go back and look at those, that would be absolutely brilliant, because it will get you up to date. And do subscribe, guys, if you haven't, as well as sharing the video. But After the game, we see we got some messages. I was hoping to go out and sign some players, but instead we got loads of messages to sign our players. You'll see that we had one for one of our, like, Deadwood players, and we also had one for Stanislas. Now, to start with, you'll see there that I put a counter offer in for Stanislas because I wasn't sure whether I actually wanted to sell him or not. I was kind of considering milking the money because I did get him for free by trading someone. And I was hoping that maybe if we sell him, we can buy more players. I mean, he's 23, he's not the youngest of players, but then again, he's not very old either. But he's in brilliant form with the league's top amount of assists. So I decided, as you see there, guys, to reject all offers and to keep him at the club, no matter how much was offered to us. But he wasn't going to be the only winger at the club, because as you see here, Lucas Piazon, a very, very young, very high potential player. Again, he was the sort of player I mentioned in my potential video, players with brilliant potential. That is in the description and on the annotation and everything, so please do that, check that out. It's very useful if you have a career mode series. We also managed to sign a keeper. Excuse me. Some of you may think that we shouldn't have got rid of Camp because how good he was playing. But guys, Butland 69 rated 19, Camp is 72 rated at 28. He has absolutely brilliant potential, and I was really hoping that he would strengthen the defence and limit the goals going in. However, Camp did have a final game for us, as you see here, against QPR in the Cup. A game I did think was fairly important, but at the same time I wanted to rest a lot of players. The league is my main priorities, as you see here. I play players like Kelechi in centre forward, Derbyshire, Hutchinson, Halford, people like this, just to try and rest some key players that we usually do play. But guys, are really helpful, the things that we've done. I had looked at a lot of players. I'm really happy to not only get Butland, but Lucas Piazon. Lucas Piazon is absolutely a brilliant prospect. And as you'll see in the upcoming episode, guys, how much of a good prospect he is when he plays. He plays absolutely brilliant for someone who's 61 rated, and Butland too for 69 rated. I'm really hoping their ratings skyrocket through the roof, and I'm really hoping they do just constantly keep improving, and getting us, hopefully, some goals. And as you see there, we was unlucky not to get a goal off one of our more experienced players. Derbyshire there has a shot which was brilliantly saved by Julio Cesar, to then only be put back in the net by Halford off a corner, giving us a 1-0 lead in the 30th minute. A very convincing lead at that too, because I really felt we was playing quite well, saying that we put a weaker side out, and this shows that the sort of depth that we had in the team, and there was playing a lot better than I thought. Halford there, who's actually a right back, manages to slot that in the top corner of the net, and I was like, how is this happening? QPR did have a lot of shots on target and a lot of goals. You'll see here that when they went in, they was just constantly coming very close, but not actually finding the target. This was their best chance of all. Johnson runs through, rounds the keeper, only for Hoon to stop it going in, and therefore giving us the win, as you see here, with a 2-1 lead. That was absolutely brilliant. I've loved doing this episode. Please share, subscribe, comment. Peace.